Hello everyone, Daisy here with another new thing to my channel. I decided to do an album flip through. Now this is not my first album ever. These are all layouts that I created about 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, I believe that's right, 6 or 7 years ago. And I don't file these like chronologically or by when I made them. They all just kind of go in a pile and then I throw them all in an album kind of together. So it's going to be kind of a mixed bag of what we get here. But I thought that I would do a flip through. This is a pretty chunky album. So I'm going to do the best I can, and I am going to apologize about the glare, but I'm not taking these out of the page protectors. So let's get started. So first up, I have this layout about my son in Boy Scouts, and I definitely know that this was for some sort of challenge, I believe. I have no idea what for, but I did use, I think this was a fancy pad, no, American Crafts paper pad, and it had a lot of like excuse me, mail and office theme things in it. And then I just used some scrap papers. I have some of those Imaginess little pearls on here. This was a journaling spot that I had kind of pulled out, and it was on a spiral bound, so it turned into that. I did some little stamping on some vellum here, and then I actually did journaling because I used to try to do that because I thought I was not doing it right if I didn't include those. These letters here are from Target, and then I did have to Frankenstein these together pretty well. The R and the E are both kind of stuck together. Next up on the back side we have this layout. Again, these are American Crafts papers from a Valentine collection, and I have little stripes, and this was back when I inked the edges of everything because Mercy Tierra told me to. I have these letter stickers. I still have these actually. Some of these little tags or tickets, I don't remember where I got these, but I absolutely loved them. Like I used them a lot. I think I got them from actually a swap from scrapbook.com. Used to have those groups where you could swap things, and so it's from there. And then these are stamps again on some vellum, I think with chalk ink, because I think that's all I had at the time. And then some more of those little pearls and wood veneer hearts that I tried to color gold that are now looking a little not gold. And again, some journaling. Just a picture of my son and my youngest daughter. We were at, I can't remember if it was a play or a dance thing for my other daughter. So next up is a layout of my husband and my daughter. Again, using that Valentine's paper pack. I think this is from, this and this cross-stitch paper are maybe Amy Tangerine or something like that. From a Hot Buy pack, and this paper too, actually, now that I think about it. Some of these foam or fabric thickers, and I did glue these down. Some foam thickers, and then this is a kind of leather piece, and I can't remember what that's from. But again, more of the little beads. Oh, sorry about that. And some wood veneer, and everything's inked. This one I love, and I do even now. I know it's a little hard to see, and it's a little dusty actually. I love using black as a background, and so this was for another challenge, and I wanted to use a black background. I did my little cluster up in the corner here. Everything is kind of sketchy outlined with a black pen, and I used these Amy Tangerine kind of clear vellum stickers. More journaling, And this is my two daughters. We were at the doctor's office, and my youngest daughter was a little nervous, and so my older daughter was being super nice and playing patty cake with her, and yeah, it was just a great, actually they weren't playing patty cake, they were playing cherry cherry ding dong, so yeah, just a distractor. And I just love how this turned out. I got one of those little, actually this was a homemade little paper clip that I put washi tape on, and yeah, some little gems. Next we have this layout. Oh, let's get this in here. And this is of a birthday party for my older daughter. I think this was her first, yes, her first birthday party sleepover. Holy cow. So we sent out invitations to like 11 people, thinking that some of them wouldn't be able to go because, yeah, just because that's usually the way it goes, right? Well, no, 10 people showed up. We got 10 girls, so it was a crazy, crazy night. I used a lot of this paper here. These are from the Hot Buy pack, the like Amy Tangerine one. I got a big flare and a whole bunch of sequins, and I did kind of this diagonal design. And this is something you'll see kind of going throughout my albums because I really like that design. This is from a Easter. Yes, an Easter paper, and then this is from, I think, an American paper or American Crafts like Cute Girl collection or something like that. Is it Cute Girl? Something like that. But yeah, so this was a fun memory, and another wood veneer and some cork. And I don't think, I might have used a sketch for this one actually, now that I think about it. And then, oh, that's why I had that open. So on the back side, this was for a challenge. Again, I have no idea which one, but I can't remember if it was a sketch or a challenge, but we were supposed to, I'm pretty sure it might have been a sketch actually. So I decided to cluster all these gems. I had gotten all of these in like a Scraptastic or something kit, and oh, one of them's popping up. And Mercy Tiara, or Tracy Banks, had done this with a My Little Pony layout, and she had clustered all of the gems together, and I really liked that, so I decided to do that. I have some Amy Tangerine stickers. Again, these are those like vellum stickers. And this paper here is one of my favorites, and again, that came from a Hot Buy pack from Michaels. And then this, I believe, is also from that Cute Girl or Happy Girl, whatever, American Crafts collection from a while ago. I was really into matting my layouts then, and so this is just some gray cardstock that I believe was from Walmart, so it's just like a cheap rainbow pack that I had bought. But again, that little ticket, I loved that. And yeah. And that is also from her birthday party, just a cake layout. So this one is super dusty. Holy cow. So this was again, oh, it's inside. That's great. So this was again for a challenge. Excuse the dust. And it was a sketch challenge, I believe. And so yeah, again, playing around with the black background. I really liked using black and white photos when I could. I think this is before I had like my Canon selfie, so it wasn't always possible to print things in black and white because I didn't think about it until it was too late. But a lot of the little gems and the little pearl, some flowers. I used to love using Prima flowers. And then I had some like chipboard pieces here that I just tucked around. And this is just copy paper, I'm pretty sure, that I hand cut. And then one little vellum piece. And then I used tulle behind this strip here, which that's a little bit harder to see. Again, I'm sorry for the glare. But yeah, I really like how this one turned out. Again, I really like the dark background, and tulle is something I love playing with. So this is another one using a combination of that American Crafts paper pack, a 6x6 paper pack, and then some, I think this might have been Maggie Holmes. Is it Maggie Holmes? Or maybe I had gotten two Hot Buy packs, and one of them was Maggie Holmes, and one of them was Amy Tangerine. So I got another one of these. This is, I believe, Fancy Pants, you know, really big flares. I fussy cut out some hearts and flowers. Some cork pieces are on here. This is one of my favorite thickers. I still have some left that I've been like hoarding. And then I think this is Heidi Swap little pieces. And this is when we went to the Science Museum, I believe. Yeah. Yes, Science Museum. And it was just a fun, they had like this clear egg chair that you could sit in front of this big window, and so just a fun day. And this is when I used to use filters on my photos, and it has like a black kind of fading in border. So this layout was for another challenge, and I want to say it was a monochromatic challenge, but I'm not 100% sure on that again. Using a paper from, I think that might be like a Bow Bunny paper, and then I just layered some pieces behind it. These are fussy cut out of a basic gray paper, and this is one of those Heidi Swap things. This is a journaling card from Scraptastic Club. Another one of those giant flares, some buttons. And yeah, this is kind of where I stopped journaling on things, because I realized I'm not actually breaking the rules by not journaling on them. So it was kind of exciting. I wish I would stamp the dates on things though, but excuse me. So this one is using a Scraptastic kit, I'm pretty positive. It has this paper back here that I'm pretty sure is Simple Stories. Yep, I would say Simple Stories. It's a picture of my daughters. I had found these little Rainbow Bright sewing things. They used to be a big deal like when I was little, and this was literally from the 80s. It comes on this big sheet, and then you just cut around it, and then it has like the stitching lines, and so it's really simple to sew like your own stuffed animals. So I loved that, and it went really well with this rainbow layout, which I love rainbow layouts. Look, I got enamel dots on here, which if you watch my channel, you know I don't like enamel dots. I have this frame back here and a little cut apart sheet that I inked with rainbow colors around the edge. That's pretty fancy, huh? This one, no idea what it's for, but again, using a Scraptastic kit. It's got this lovely wood veneer ice cream on it. I really miss Scraptastic. Oh, I think there's a little bug in there. Great. I really do. I loved their kits. Like, I was so disappointed when they kind of went away. So some washi tape. I was trying to get that used up. And then again, some more Simple Story pieces. And these pieces I pulled out of my stash. One of those Amy Tangerine things, and then some just little cardstock pieces, and then a little cluster up in the top there. If it was now, I would have outlined this with a black pen. So this is one of the layouts that I absolutely love. And I'm sorry about my dog. Give me just 1 second. Hey Evie, can you let Gambit outside? This is of my youngest daughter. We were at Olympic Day at my kids' school, my two older ones. And of course, my kids are so spread out that they end up in different groups for Olympic Day. So like my daughter went in the morning and my son went in the afternoon. And so we had to sit outside all day waiting for them to go on, because we never knew when it was going to happen. So I brought a blanket with and made her a little tent, and she was just hanging out in her tent and singing and drawing and just having a good time. So, yeah. I just used a bunch of little scrap pieces of paper, layered them up behind here. Again, a nice color cardstock background. That's not something I do all that often anymore. Inked the edges of everything in some teal ink, and then fussy cut out some flowers. I have a Brad on here, look at that. And this is, I think, probably where I started discovering dimension, because I have a bunch of this popped up. So that, yeah. Next up, I have this layout about my husband and I. We went to a museum, and they were having this colorful light exhibit. And again, using some American Crafts, some Amy Tangerine, one of those big fancy pants things. This sticker came from an American Crafts sticker book. And just a bunch of sequins on here. Even back then I was addicted to sequins. And some more enamel dots, a button, and this is some cork. It's die cuts with a view 6x6 cork paper pad, and I just cut it up to make the stickers that I needed for my layout. I love this layout, so this is so me. Starting with some mixed media in the background, I did a bunch of splatters, and then again just layered up some scraps of paper. This is fussy cut out and then popped up to make it 3D. I think these are wood veneer that I put some washi tape over the top, and I really liked how that turned out. And then one of those Heidi Swap words. And this is just kind of making fun of how kids today, you know, in a car ride are so spoiled. They each have their own like electronic to do something on, instead of having to suffer through the ride like we used to do. So this layout is using, this is maybe more, no, not more recent. So I had got this paper pack from Craftsmith from Michaels, and it has all these ombre papers in it. And so I went for a really colorful kind of layout. And this is when we were at Disney, and it was just standing in line at one of the rides. So used some papers from a couple of different places. Those Amy Tangerine, this is Basic Ray. I can't remember which this one is. And then this is from I think it's called Penny Lane collection from We Are Memory Keepers, I think. And I fussy cut those out. And then just some green and another flare. And yeah. This was on the way to Disney World. We were on the ferry, and these two were being super cute and super nice to each other. And so I just really enjoyed that. Using a lot of things from a Scraptastic kit. Some of these little cardboard people. This is burlap, and then I popped a couple of these stickers up to give it some dimension. And it was just, you know, one of those nice, sweet moments that you have with your kids. So this one is at the airport on our way to Disney World. So when we went, we kept it a surprise from the kids, and I did some journaling here. We had kept it a secret from them until we got to the security guard, and they asked if we were excited to go to Orlando and if we were planning on going to Disney World. And then the kids were like, what? We're going where? And so they got like super excited about it, and it was just lots of fun. And yeah, everybody was still excited, happy to be going on the plane for the first time. Nobody loved flying. Like, they all did not like it at all. So we haven't flown since this trip. We drive everywhere because everybody hated it. So I think this is, again, a Scraptastic kit. There's a lot of little pieces. This is fussy cut out of a paper. Some of these gold what are those called? Geotags. And yeah, just some strips of paper and everything. Another black background. Again, you can see the dust really good on these ones. So this is, we had gotten a new puppy in 2014. And my youngest daughter was scared to death of dogs for no reason at all. And so we had gotten a small puppy because we thought she would get over it because he was super cute. And yeah, that did not quite work the way we wanted it to. We had to carry her around for the first few months. She wouldn't even put her feet on the ground because she was afraid the puppy would get it. But this is where she was finally like warming up to him. And now she has no problems with dogs. And she's standing right here with me, so if you hear her giggling. She has no problems with dogs, and she has even gotten bit by a dog since then and still has no problems with them. So, again, using Scraptastic. This is from that American Crafts paper pad. This is a Scraptastic exclusive paper, and then these are just some flower stickers, and this was some chipboard that I had gotten and I painted it white. And then this is from a thicker pack that I got at Tuesday Morning, and it just has a bunch of like phrases about home and everything. And I still have that thicker pack as well. So this, I love this one. I think this was from a challenge as well. And when we were in Florida, one of the days we went to Cocoa Beach because I had never seen the ocean before, and obviously my kids had never seen the ocean before. So yeah, we went to Cocoa Beach and it was a great time. It was cold, not gonna lie, because we went in December and nobody else was in the water, but we're like, whatever. We are from Wisconsin. This is like, it's so warm, we're going to go in the water. And I mean, it was cold, but everybody had a blast. So some of these corrugated letter die cuts, these are from a Heidi Swap, I believe, pack. And then again, this is a Scraptastic kit, I'm pretty sure. Well, this is from Scraptastic. This is, a bunch of pieces are. This piece of paper is from that American Crafts Cute Girl collection, I'm pretty sure. And then just backed it on some gray cardstock. And I just love kind of it's not monochromatic, it's dichromatic, if anything, but I just love the kind of pops of colors, and I love how this yellow goes so well with the teal and the blue. So this one was kind of a flop. Not my favorite, but it was done. So, this is a layout about my youngest daughter. When we got to Florida finally and got to the hotel, she was being super naughty and she would not listen. And so we put her in a timeout before she could get in the pool. She had to wait 5 minutes before she could get in after everybody else had gotten in. And so she stood there at the edge of the pool picking her nose for like five minutes. And so, yeah, this is all from Scraptastic, and these are basic gray flowers and some doilies that came in, and it was all about using circles, and I hate circles, and so I'm not a fan of this layout at all. Like, I feel like it's a total throwaway, but I mean, come on. The be classy with the picking your nose, yeah, it was just too perfect to pass up, so... So this layout is about my youngest daughter when she turned 5, and for her birthday, we went to, it's a beach, but it's a pool. It's like a man-made beach. It's kind of, I've never seen one before, so it's kind of like a unique situation for me. But they dug out this like pond, and they trucked in all this sand, and so it's like a beach, but it's got lifeguards and, a diving board and all that sort of stuff. So it's like a pool too. So again, this is from Scraptastic, I'm pretty sure. Backed it on some pink cardstock. I love these I think I still have some of these left too. I am so bad at using my letter stickers. So these little letter stickers, maybe I finished this pack actually. Sequins, a little cut apart here that says "What a cutie," and a simple story sticker. And yeah, I just love this. Another one of those flares. Nice, bright, and colorful. Okay, so this is the layout that I documented where they finally became friends. So her and her puppy. And I didn't put a date on this, but I would say this is probably like 3 or 4 months after we got the puppy that she finally warmed up to it. So I have these wood veneer flowers that I colored with some white paint. I used these fabric thickers and a little tiny alpha there. This paper is from that Cute Girl or Beautiful Girl or whatever collection from American Crafts. This is one of the ombre papers from that Craftsmith, and then again I backed it on an ombre paper and used some colored cardstock kind of behind there as well. Yeah, this is from the Creative Agenda collection, I'm pretty sure. And then I got these at a Scrap Expo fair thing, and the company that made them isn't open anymore, but they are the most amazing acrylic stars, and I just absolutely love them. So this is another Scraptastic layout, and this is of my husband and my son when we were waiting in line again at Disney World, because that's what you do at Disney World is you wait in line. And just a bunch of little bits and pieces tucked in, some basic gray. I think this is Amy Tangerine. This is a stamp that I did. Some acrylic piece, or not acrylic, but vellum pieces here, and some wood veneer again. Another one that I absolutely love, so you can kind of see like the ones that I gravitate towards. I love this gray and teal kind of combination here. This is me and my daughter. We are waiting, I think, for breakfast or something. And so again, this is from that Creative Agenda collection. Some of these little stickers here, those vellum stickers, another flare badge, and this is one of those exclusive die cuts, and so is this one from Scraptastic. Alright, we're getting there. This is going to be extra long, so bear with me here. Next up, this was documenting us in line for our favorite ride at the Hollywood studio. And it was Star Tours, the Star Wars, as you can tell from my shirt, Star Wars ride. We rode this like 6 or 7 times. Absolutely loved it. Another one of those ombre papers. But that one I think is from an Echo Park collection. And then these little die cuts here. This is a rub-on, I think, from Maggie Holmes. I want to say it's from Maggie Holmes, like Open Book or something like that. And yeah, popped up another one of these hearts and some glitter enamel dots. And sorry about all the noise. My husband just got home from shopping, so here's another layout. When we were waiting in line to meet Woody and Buzz, and I used some of these chipboard pieces that I had gotten at a scrapbooking store before it went out of business, and yeah, it was perfect for this layout. And then I did some more journaling. Thank you. And some more of those acrylic stars that I absolutely love. They're a gold glitter. And then I used this, I think this is a sassafras paper. Maybe. That sounds right. It looks right. So just my kids playing with the one of those things where you can like pop your head in and take a picture. So this layout is the first layout I made about meeting the princesses. So we met a lot of princesses when we were at Disney, and this is Rapunzel, and my daughter was wearing her Rapunzel dress, and she was super excited to meet Rapunzel. But so every single princess we met I don't know, can you see her face? That's the face that we got. Like, she not smile pretty like she was in her other photos from this week. No, we get like this weird Herman Munster face. She's like sucking it back in, and I don't know. She was so excited and so nervous to meet them that, yeah, it was just a really good time. And I'm sorry about all the noise. I really. So I just went to town with my layering here. A bunch of little cut apart pieces, a lot of large chunks, and I got a doily on here, some little fiber, and again some sequins. And I used one of these Heidi Swap words there. So this is from when they went to the father-daughter dance for Girl Scouts, and yeah, I just layered up a bunch of things here. These are from that Cute Girl collection. This, I think, is from an Echo Park. I got one of these little envelopes with the tag that slides in and out. Another little tag over here. And then some of these stickers, which I have probably every single one of these letters, or the whole pack except for all of these letters, because I don't think I've used them probably since then. And I just like tucked a whole bunch of stuff behind. I don't know, just went to town, I guess.
Do you get the last two things you can?
So this is a layout about my daughter's first real dance class with a recital. And oh, it looks like I had a dog chewing on this one. That's lovely. So, color cardstock background. This is from an American Crafts paper pad. More of those tickets. I got some of this trim on here. And then I layered some of the words above and then some of it below this chunk of vellum just to give it kind of a little difference. And yeah, just the journaling just says about how it's her first real dance class and her first recital, and how beautiful she was. And I was so proud of her. And she's right there. So this one, I don't know. This is, not my style whatsoever. But I went for it. So I'm assuming this was for a challenge to use red, white, and blue. And so I have this foil polka dot paper in the background. I layered some blue over it. These are from a cut apart sheet. This is off of some sassafras paper and then a vellum sticker. And I titled it Master of Disguise. Both these stickers are from Basic Gray. And it says, you can go from princess to superhero in 3.5 seconds. I love how much you're pretending and playing dress up. Because these are both my youngest daughter. Switching between her two favorite outfits. So next up, have this lovely shopping inspired layout. And I think this was Scraptastic, maybe. Nope, this is all from my stash. So more of those cork pieces that I made myself, buttons with the little bows in them. And then just, this is from Bow Bunny. This I think is from Echo Park. This is Teresa Collins, and it says shopping for prom, and it says we had to go to Macy's to pick something, and you saw the prom dress and insisted at looking at all of them, especially the sparkly ones. So this is my older daughter who was my fashionista, so she was super excited to shop for prom. This one again this is my youngest daughter, and just a cute layout of her. I did some stamping on the background and just talking about how she fell asleep on the couch. The American Crafts Cute Girl collection, and some stamping on some vellum. I think I had done a bunch of them and cut them out, so I used a bunch. And then just some more of those rhinestones. This one, I love this layout. So we went to Discovery World in Milwaukee, and it was Star Wars Day, and she loves R2D2, like, yeah, totally loved. And this purple R2D2 walked by her, and she says to me, "Mom, he talked to me," because he beeped. And I asked if she said hi back, and she said no. And then she says, "Hi, R2," and he beeped at her, and she said, "Mom, he beeped at me again." And he just, yeah, she wanted to hang out with purple R2D2 for the rest of the day, but, you know, we had other things to do, so it was just super cute. So I used purple as my theme here. This is Bow Bunny. This is, I want to say Jelly Bean Soup, but that's wrong. I think it might just be American Crafts. One of those like placemat kind of things. It's like a journaling card, and I think it was 4x6, and I cut it down. And I had this wood veneer robot, and so it was just perfect. And some of these clear enamel dots in purple. So yeah, it was just a fun day and a great layout. Love this layout. So this is our housewarming party, and Claire had her friend Lily over, and it's all super bright colors, more of that Amy Tangerine. She got to have a sleepover, so she was super excited about that. This was before I realized you can't use glue behind acetate because you can see through it, but that's fine. And then just enamel dots and sequins kind of going all through here. Some simple story word stickers and basic gray little card, and yeah, it's super bright and pretty, and again with a colored cardstock background. So this layout is about my pinning ceremony from when I graduated from nursing school, and yeah, it was me and my buddies, and we worked so hard, and we were like, this was kind of my group of people. This was my people in nursing school. So it was so great that we made it through together. This is from December of 2013, and yeah, just so proud of us. And so I just layered some papers behind. This is Teresa Collins, Bow Bunny, and I think probably Bow Bunny, and then some simple story stickers. Crazy Hair Day. So I love this background paper. This is from that Cute Girl collection again, and just layered up a whole bunch, and I think most of these papers are from that collection. Kind of did my diagonal thing that I like to do. Wood veneer, some more of those little pearls, and just documenting Crazy Hair Day for school. I used some ribbon too. Wow, look at that. So this was a selfie I took of myself. My youngest daughter had me wear the crown, so just layering up some things again. I did some stamping on the background behind these two kind of clusters. Have some little bits and bobs, and I love these flowers, and so just reminding me to enjoy the little things. I love this one a lot. So I layered up a bunch of strips of paper, and I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think these are basic gray, maybe some Bow Bunny, colored cardstock, and this says held hostage. I've got some flowers and some brads on here, and one of those like hat pin things that were, you know, all the rage for a while. Some more splatters. And this is my oldest daughter, and it used to be our cat, and then we gave it to, he went and lived with my mom because we moved into a place we couldn't have cats, and she loved him so much, so we let her have him, and his name is Loki. And this was a funny picture that I got of my daughter when we were cat sitting him, and yeah, it looks like she's punching him in the face, so I just titled it Held Hostage. So this was a fun layout I did, again using that Cute Girl collection, little cut apart from there, some flowers with some buttons in the middle and some chipboard, and then I just wrote around the outside here. We had gone back to the city that we lived in and met up with one of my oldest and dearest friends, and yeah, they were just so happy to meet them and had so much fun with them. So it was a great day. And then this is our crazy game of poker. So more American Crafts. This is from a 6x6. I think it was from Seven Gypsies, this 6x6 paper pad. These are, all of the letters are from the Target dollar spot. And then just tuck some journaling spots in. And the journaling just says, girls' poker faces beat out Dad's and Aiden's. They had so much fun bluffing. Aiden's tell was he would pull the mask up whenever he was bluffing. So this was, obviously, we got a new couch, and so all of us were sitting on the couch, and it had just been delivered, and so we were enjoying it. Some basic gray, some American Crafts, a lot of buttons, holy buttons, Batman. And then just some random die cuts and things that I had around my stash. This one we had gone to, it was called Maggie Gras. It was to raise money for one of the local youth that had just been diagnosed with cancer. So we had gone and she got this beautiful face painting and was super happy. It was a great time. It was a really great event. More of those fabric thickers. This is American Crafts from the Little Girl. Maybe that's what it was. Little Girl collection. A sticker. And my one punch that I had at the time. So this one, Aiden, I think, was homesick from school, and we spent the day together, and we went to Panera, and he insisted on ordering the bread bowl soup and absolutely loved it. And so I used, some greens for masculine. He's wearing green in the picture. Used a sticker here and, a few other things from my stash. Little staples, not from a tiny attacher because I still don't have one of those. And then this one is when he was in the Boy Scouts and was doing the Pinewood Derby. And he was super excited. They designed their own car and he took second place by milliseconds. It was super close. So I made a little rosette on here and just a lot of stickers, some basic gray papers. This is again from that Seven Gypsies collection and a bunch of tags. So I love this layout. One of my all-time favorites. So use this print background and kind of went monochromatic with it. So this is from the Lucky Day. Is that what it is collection? Maybe. Anyway, we were at that Star Wars Day, and they have a design lab, and so we got to go in and she made some earrings, some donut earrings out of foam, and it was just awesome. I put these cool little filters over it, and I just loved all the layering I did. Like, I tried to stay monochromatic, and then I went with my sequins and then some stickles to glitter it up. What?
She still has those earrings.
Yes, Claire still has those earrings. So then this was a fun layout. It was cold on the first day of school, or not first day of school, the first cold day of school, and we pulled out this fun hat. He literally lost this the same day, I think. He only wore it like one time, and then I never saw it again. So just used a bunch of like darker colors for this, some wood grain, one of these fun little hands, And yeah, it was just a really fun layout. I had a lot of fun making it, and I remember at the time I was super like proud of this layout and like really into it. So yeah. And that is it for this album. So that was pretty much all from 2014, I think. Various times in 2014, because again, I don't scrap chronologically. It's just too difficult for me. So it's definitely something that I'm going to be trying to do again. I have many albums that I can flip through, and maybe I can find my first one and show you that. But I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it wasn't too loud and distracting. Next time I'll try to do it when people aren't home. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!